Hi everyone, my name is Denise and I run the Poshmark Closet Eat Play Love. Yesterday I went sourcing at two places. I went to the Goodwill retail thrift store. I had approximately 20 minutes before I needed to get to an appointment, so I decided to do an early morning run shortly after opening at the Goodwill. I'm going to share that haul at the end of the video. I decided yesterday afternoon to go to the bins. I hadn't been in about 6 weeks. And I spent $39.99 after tax. I spent $36 on 21.5 pounds of textiles, and I spent 49 cents on 1 pound of linens, and that pound of linens is this gorgeous Quaalude 300 pillow. I guess that's what a Quaalude looks like. And something really important to note about this pillow is that little symbol right there. That means it's a Jonathan Adler pillow. I've sold one of these pillows before, and I'm gonna get into a little bit later in the video. Maybe this might be the home run of my bins run. The bins basically, to me, are good for a couple of things. I know some people exclusively source at the bins, and I see the lure of that. I personally find that I spent from about 12:30 maybe to 4 o'clock at the bins. So I spent about 3.5 hours at the bins. I was there for numerous rotations. The Colorado has a new bins location, and it's just not really that crowded. And in turn, it's actually not, I don't really want to say this, but I haven't had as much success at this location as I typically have at the other Denver locations. In turn, when I'm at the bins and the clothing's kind of mid, I find that I'm looking a lot in the hard goods, and I am looking kind of to explore and expand my horizon, and I'm going to share the items I picked up that were not clothing items. I hope you'll stick around for those pieces because I think it's really important, as I've always talked about, to not have a fixed mindset as a reseller, to be really open to things and see what catches your attention, see if you can run some comps and if it feels worth it. I'm actually going to show you every single thing I bought, which is a little bit unusual for me. It's typically a selects of things that I picked up, and I'm going to go through why I sourced the items that I did. Okay, the first item I'm gonna share is a little bit of a train wreck, and you're probably gonna say, why did you buy that? This is a Lululemon crew neck sweatshirt. This has probably been produced in the past year. Here is the Lululemon logo, or they actually just put the name on a lot of their crew necks that were produced in like 2022 and 2023. They kind of moved to that model versus just the logo. Now take a look at this sweatshirt. Yeah. Wonder why I found this. It's a mess. And, you know, a lot of people passed on it, and I completely understand now that. I would like to share that I have actually bleached out a Lululemon piece before. It was a lightweight scuba hoodie that was from my personal closet, and I was kind of bored of it. I didn't really love the color, and I didn't wear it that much, so I decided to bleach it out. And so I thought, you know what, for the bins, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm not worried about these stains. If I can get these dark, what appear to be grease type stains out from right here, I'm not going to bleach out the sweatshirt. I'm gonna sell it with the bleach on it like this. I know for a fact that a lot of face products tend to bleach out items, and that's probably what happened with this. I find that when selling live Lululemon, that I can disclose and show the details of a flaw. And I also actually put it in the title of my listing in case someone were to say, I bought this sweatshirt at a live show and it has a big bleach stain on it. I can firmly state at the moment, even with that bleach stain, I should be able to sell that sweatshirt from anywhere between $25 and $32. If it was a Lululemon tank top with a bleach stain, I would have absolutely left it behind, but people seek out crew necks. The next item I found was a hoodie. The brand on this is American Giant and definitely has a pretty great following, I would say. That also needs to be cleaned up. So when we talk about the bins, I find a lot that the items need a little bit of an investment in time. So when you see what I purchased at the retail thrift this same day, 20 minutes, $150 versus 3.5 hours and $30. It's not necessarily a time saving, so you're saving money. If you have time to invest, I think the bins are really a great option, especially if you want to keep your cost of goods low. I mean, the cost of goods is increasing all the time. This is just a Smart Wool sports bra. This is a little bit of an off-brand pickup. There were a few baby slings. I don't think Goodwill can sell baby slings. I'm not sure. It's a baby sling. It's actually linen and gorgeous. The brand on this is Sakura Bloom. I love that I have to keep on getting up to show, and I just felt curious about it because obviously it's a natural color and I just think it's on trend at the moment. I ran comps on these, so I'm confident that this is going to be a fast seller. Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't even put it in the title, you guys, but I found a Chanel bag at the bins. Yep, Chanel. 100% authentic. Not the Chanel the majority of us are hoping for, but this is actually a legit Chanel beauty bag. It says right on the inside that it's official complimentary Chanel beauty. Inside of it there's some silk scrunchies, so hey, bonus. I am definitely not leaving a Chanel bag behind. And I have found a lot of high-end dust bags at the bins. I think people just don't really pay attention to them. They're a good moneymaker. Usually you can get $25 to $35 depending on size and brand for them. So I don't snub my nose. I have a college-age daughter and sometimes I just pick up things that I find funny. And mainly it's because of her. I picked up this t-shirt. It says, let's make special brownies, family recipes, and the kids are cracking up. And clearly Stephen Rhodes is the brand on this. I didn't run any comps. I just found it hilarious. I did find a Patagonia Capeline. You know, this cost me about 80 cents. I, as a whole, would say Patagonia hasn't been a fast sell-through rate for me. I do price at the top of the range for Patagonia, but an item like this, I don't mind letting go for 20 bucks. It's a Capeline, it's the cool lightweight, and it's a large. I picked up a pair of Outdoor Voices. These are cute. They're kind of like lounge shorts. They have pockets in the front, but they're a space dye style material like Beyond Yoga. So they're super soft and stretchy. They're leggings I found a pair of, but I decided to leave behind because comps were just like $15. So I'm gonna give a shot on these. I do still pick up Outdoor Voices. I like their exercise dresses. You really have to lower your expectations with those. At one point they would sell for about $50 and now like the exercise dress sells more for like $35 to $40. I picked up a pair of Nike Pro shorts. The reason why I pick these up is that they look like they have never been worn and they are a size medium. They're plain black and will sell for about $15. I was excited to find this. This is Teton Gravity Research. This is just a fleece hoodie, and it's kind of more of like a base layer. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a jacket, but I've never found TGR before. I'm excited to see how it does. I picked up a really, oh my gosh, sorry. My words right now. Great, honey. I'm trying to make a YouTube video, so can we talk soon if it's not urgent? Okay, back to the haul. My goodness, I just want to make a video. No one's home. Louis is asleep on the couch. Like, I just want to make a YouTube video in the quiet and the calm. Okay. I picked up this really basic, you know, I don't know if anyone's even wearing this style, Lululemon tank top. I will absolutely buy things like that just because of my live shows. It'll probably sell in a live show for about $10. The important part of that purchase for me is that maybe someone really wants that and then they'll purchase it and they'll add it to a bundle, or it'll help them trigger a bundle. I found this new with tags Anthropologie bucket hat. It's really cute. It's adorable. I actually just got one of these for my birthday from a friend. It has this really cute floral pattern on it, and new with tags absolutely sealed the deal for me. So look, it's like I spend a lot of time going through stuff. I put stuff in my bag, and then at the bins, I actually decide what I'm gonna buy and bring home. I have become much more honed in on not just buying everything that I find. When I first went to the bins after becoming a reseller, I would just go ham in the place. I literally have like filled the back of the car before, and you've seen people do this. There's no way all that stuff is actually going to sell. I almost always get home and find a flaw or stain that I didn't know was there, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But when you're paying $1.69 a pound, it's not really a big risk. I found a pair of Athleta. These are just white. Finding white at the bins is always terrifying, but these look great to me. I've even looked at them under my ring lights, and they're linen. I have sold Athleta linen joggers before, so I felt confident in picking those up. I bought this because I liked it, and I'm just gonna probably keep it. The brand on it is White Crown, and I think it's probably just a does that say made in Cuba? No, it says made in China. I was like, made in Cuba? So this just says Wild Heart, and it has a little deserty scene. This is the kind of stuff that boutiques in like Scottsdale or Arizona sell to tourists, and I thought it was cute. I'm probably just gonna keep it. I think maybe it could potentially sell as well. This shirt was $3.99 at a Goodwill and did not sell. It was a shelf pull. It's an Outdoor Voices, just kind of workout top. It reminds me of a Lululemon Swiftly, and a pair of kind of bubblegum pink Lululemon shorts. I forget, these aren't the Hottie Hots. They're that weird vented style. They do have some marks on the front of them, so we'll see what happens when I try to clean those. Those will probably go in my live sale. I also picked up a Viore, just a men's t-shirt. It looks like it's an extra large to me. Yes, it's an extra large navy blue. Viore tag is down here. I noticed the Viore hang tag first and foremost when I was at the bins. It stuck out to me even though it was curled up like that. Viore has the gray hang tag, so keep your eye out for that. Viore is pretty hot right now. All right, and oh, I have two more clothing items, and then we're moving on to the obscure. I found this gorgeous Lululemon couldn't find any real issues with it. It's like feels like a down and fleece lightweight jacket. Let's see if it has, yes, it has, no, yes, it has thumb holes. It has a thumb hole and it has a cool pocket in the back. It feels to me like a winter running jacket. And I have to admit, I am a person who doesn't really, there's not a lot of elbowing at these bins, but I am not waiting in line to get to a bin first. And this was actually picked through, you know, when people sort the bins, I'll show you, they're going through items and things just kind of get stacked as you look at them. And this was just 2 or 3 in on a stack that I would say, gosh, 5 or 6 people had gone through the bin. And those are my most favorite finds, when I find items that people have gone through. I haven't done any research on that. I just know for a fact at my Lululemon live show, that'll absolutely sell. Finding it at the bins will help me up my profits, so I'm thrilled about that. And one last clothing item that I found was just a pair of Madewell corduroy pants. I loved the color of these. They're just nope, they do have a zipper. I was gonna say they're just a pull-on, but they are an elastic waist. And I was talking about it previously, but the reason why I decided to pick these up was because they were from holiday of 2022. Okay, now on to the obscure hard goods that I picked up, and there's gonna be full explanation as to why. The first 2 items that I picked up were these really cool looking baskets, and they were just of no interest to anyone. And I decided this one, I would just do a little Google search on this. And I actually discovered that this is called a buttocks basket. But it has a purpose and it's just so pretty. It's a basket for collecting eggs. So you put the eggs in and it's designed so the eggs don't really roll around in the basket. It has places in the weaving of it to help keep them secure. And just really with a lot of people owning chickens and eggs and homesteading, I absolutely wanted to pick this up. I saw one $60 comp on eBay. I didn't really see one that looked just like this, but I find it to be very pretty. It's something you can have on display in your house and also have a purpose, which I adore. I picked up a couple of American Girl items, and this is just a tent. It doesn't have any of the accessories with it, like a sleeping bag or lantern or whatever you would imagine a mini campfire an American Girl tent would have. But I decided to buy it anyway because it's in really good condition. And these items are usually made an unlimited run by American Girl. So they produced it, say, in 2014. And then once it's gone, it's gone. This isn't an item that they're carrying year upon year. They'll probably come out with another tent and it's gonna look totally different. And considering I bought it at the bins, let's say it weighs a pound, I paid $1, $2 for it. I will probably try to sell it for maybe $50, considering it doesn't have the accessories, and see where it goes from there. I also found an American Girl puppy dog. And I have been known to pick up stuffed animals at the bins before. And, you know, just keep your eyes peeled if you're outsourcing for American Girl items. This star right here, and then they'll always have the tag. This is actually a poodle that they produced in, I want to say around the same time, maybe 2016. I did Google it and find out the name of it. They sell for about $15 to $20. I also found this really lovely, I love finding leather belts with silver embellishments. This is Onyx by Brighton. It's a size 38, so this is a men's belt. It says 1995 in it, so this is a beauty. Vintage belt by Brighton. I have picked up Brighton in the past and have done pretty well with it. I don't have any in my closet currently, and I always really try to pick it up at the bins just simply because of the price point. I don't want to pay retail thrift for Brighton, but I do like picking it up. I found a pair of Birkenstock, just the foam, the EVA foam flip-flops, size 37. They need a little cleanup. These will probably be a $20 sale. They only retail for, I think, $36, so not looking to get a lot for these. I found a pair of Madewell sandals, and they're basically brand new, still have the tag on the bottom of them, and they're a little bit of a platform sandal. Have cute straps. They're just slip-on styling. Once again, you know, items like that, when you buy them at the bins, you can sell them on that for like $40 or $36. Heck, even if I get, you know, $28 for that, it's still a good pickup to me. There was a really smashed, it looked like it fell off the roof of a car and got run over on the highway. It was a Yeti bottle, but when I looked, I took off the cap for some reason, and when I looked, it had this aftermarket Yeti small mouth sipping cap to it. So I decided to take the cap, and I purchased just the cap because it's a pretty neat feature if you like to use Yetis, and wide mouth kind of can dump onto you. I picked up a Lego City kit, and this is actually already built, but all of the components are on the inside. The skier, the free skier, and here's also kind of the cat machine, which I found to be really cool. My husband is in the ski industry, so I couldn't pass on this item. I don't know if we're keeping it, but he was really into it. He was like, oh man, it's already built. I picked up some Playmobil, and it kind of looks like a manger scene of Playmobil. It kind of looks like the 3 wise men and some camels and hay, and I think there's a baby Jesus, so okay, Playmobil. And I guess maybe this would be Mary. I'm not really sure, but it's like a Christmas scene of Playmobil. My girls loved Playmobil, so I don't know. I guess I have a soft spot for it. I feel like at the bins, if I see something and it's been sitting there and I know it's a bin that people have gone through, I just sometimes pick up things because the next stop I imagine for it is the dump. And I know I can get at least $10 for that. So that was my reasoning. I'm not running to the bank with this haul, but I do feel like I have picked some pretty good items. And the very last piece that I have picked up is a pair of Red Wing mock toe boots, and yes, they have a lot of wear to them, and that is actually appealing to people. Red Wing typically puts their mark here on the heel, and I'm not seeing it distinctly enough to be able to show you. The soles are still in good shape, but basically what people are doing these days is they're buying the work boots that are worn in, and then they're resoling them. These are made in the USA. I think this color is highly coveted, and the broken in look, you know, it'll take people 5 years to make boots look like these. And so people want it already broken in and done. Just their hipster cred goes through the roof when they have cool made in the USA Red Wing boots. I'm here to provide that service. Maybe I should mark them up. I do have one last item, and we are Scooby-Doo fans in our house. It's one of those little toys where you pull it back and then it scoots along like a car. And when you do that, Shaggy's legs kind of go in a circle. It turns out Louie actually loves this toy. So kind of fun. That's my haul. That is everything. I didn't leave anything, no stone left unturned. I am open and transparent about everything I bought. And I don't see anything except for potentially the Lego and the Scooby-Doo that I would keep. Everything else is going up for sale on Poshmark. Oh, I forgot to talk about the pillow. And last but not least, the Jonathan Adler pillow, which eBay is a good segue because I found one of these at the bins before. It was a 12 by 12 needlepoint pillow of Paris, and I think it sold for $85 and $16 shipping. So Jonathan Adler is a home designer, and he makes pillows, vases, home accessories, home goods. He has standalone stores, and I'm assuming certain designer high-end home design stores also carry his products. The beauty of finding Jonathan Adler is that it's typically donated by someone who really kind of just takes care of their items or buys it on a whim and doesn't really use it. This is in like new condition, and it's pretty cool. I think I would probably post this for close to $100. So it's looking like the Jonathan Adler pillow is my home run for the bins haul. The boots are a home run. This Lululemon jacket, and also the sling, the linen baby sling. Those are really, I just have to sell one of those items to pay for this entire trip, and then everything else will be profit. Also helps me stay a little bit flexible and accept lower offers if I know my initial investment has been paid for. Honorable mentions are definitely these egg baskets. And that's all I have for my bins haul. Let me know what you think. I do feel proud that everything I've brought home I will get posted. If I determine once something's under the lights that maybe it has a little bit too much damage, of course I wouldn't post it, but at this moment I feel like even items that are a little bit stained will get posted. I don't use the word stain in my posts, I use the word discolored. And that is all I have. I'm gonna show you what I found at the retail thrift store, and we can compare what the differences were and what my price points were. Now for part two, I spent $155 yesterday sourcing. I did receive a 15% off discount, so some of the prices you see, I did pay less for these items. I do apologize for that very weird transition. My husband came home and my battery died kind of simultaneously, so I took a little break, I ate a little lunch, I charged my other battery, and now I'm gonna share with you what it looks like to just pop into a thrift store when the goods are hot. And by the goods are hot, I mean new racks are coming out. I had 20 minutes when I was at the Goodwill, and I needed to get somewhere. I literally had an appointment at 10 a.m. So I had from about 9:30 to 9:50. When I walked in the door, there were no new racks out, and I decided to walk over to the shoe bin, and that was really one of my best moves of the day. They have this cart that has about 6 bins on it when they put out new shoes, and I think they typically do it at night, and this cart felt like it was left over in the morning. It also seemed like there were a lot of shoes that they pulled off the rack that just had like one shoe, or they were looking for the mate, and so I didn't really feel like, oh my gosh, they just rolled a fresh bin of shoes on the floor. It felt kind of like a real hodgepodge, and it didn't feel like I was gonna find anything because it was just like really random. So I opened the bin, and when I opened the bin, I see a cute loafer that has this really sparkly detail on it. And I decide to, you know, inspect it and take a closer look. And it looks like they have actually never been worn. And what do you know? I found these beautiful Ghani loafers. This is what it looks like. They were priced at $13.99. Ironically, there were Salvatore Ferragamo kind of, you know, they're very traditional looking heels there, and they were $34.99. So I feel like I made a great move. Okay. So now we're just gonna run through the items. I only picked up clothing pieces, and to be fully transparent, I had an armful of stuff and I could not take more stuff to the front, and I was 5 minutes late for my appointment. And it came down to one of those things where I was like, sorry, I'm gonna be late, and you know, quick text message, I'm running late, see you soon. The weird part is I left my house an hour early for this appointment, and then I got caught in the hustle and bustle and hoopla of finding amazing items. The first item I picked up was this Alex Mill crew neck sweatshirt. Now, Alex Mill is a name that I just talked about in my last video, and guess what? That sweater that I sourced has already sold. I sold it for $78. Boom, gone. Less than a week. That is the sell-through rate that I'm really looking for. Now, before I run out saying to you, go buy Alex Mill if you see it. I mean, yeah, buy Alex Mill. This was $8.99, 15% off. You know, I paid $6.79 or something for it. I don't know how regular Alex Mill does. I only have the experience with the sweater, but yes, I am definitely buying Alex Mill when I see it. I did have a great run on Lululemon pieces, and I am excited because I will be selling them at my live show. The first item is just a pair of Lululemon size for Wonder Unders. I've talked about this and I'll say it every video. If you look right here, that seam across the back means it's a Wonder Under when it just goes straight. I do have an align to also show you, and I'll give you the details. These look like they are a 28 length. As I have mentioned previously as well, Lululemon is no longer making Wonder Unders. I believe those are Luxtreme, or maybe they're a Luon. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I do know that people seek out Wonder Unders who love them. With it being black, that's kind of the creme de la creme. That is what people are most looking for. Black Lululemon leggings. They are just a closet staple across the board, athlete or fashion. Black, black, black. Ooh, I love this find, and I think I might just slip it on right now. This is a Frank and Eileen one size sweatshirt. Let's do a little try on. Hey, this is like coming to my live show. You know, I try on items when it is feasible for me in live shows. So this was priced at $8.99, and then the discount on top of that. I was curious as to the fit of this, and Frank and Eileen is such a great seller, but this is, whoa, super cute. This is totally my vibe, and for like a crew neck sweater, the raw hems, the boxy fit, it's like Frank and Eileen meets Free People all the way. That classic design. I could see how someone with a smaller frame really wouldn't be into this, but let me tell you, not sure if this is getting posted. Maybe going into my personal closet. Whew. Whenever I see Frank and Eileen, it's an instant grab. I I also feel like I learned a lesson because as I mentioned in my last video, I went thrifting at night and I typically tend to go in the afternoon. I'm not an early morning thrifter, but I may have learned from this 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, the items I can pick up if I time the new racks correctly. It does seem worth it to head out of the house for like an hour in the morning, go sourcing, and then come back. Not making a huge day of it. This is just a Viore hooded pullover. The first time I ever sold Viore, it was one of these pullovers. My daughter had found it at the bins. Viore is a millennial hot item. Best friend. It's a little windy today. Someone might want to get on my lap. Here's Louie. Here's Louie, guest video appearance. Hi, honey. I know. He does not like the wind. Not a fan of the wind. What I'll do is create a little icon that shows how many items I got at the bins and then what my cost of goods per item was and how many items I got at the retail thrift. I'm also going to put how much time I spent there, 3.5 hours versus 20 minutes. And maybe I'll even do a little forecasting of what I think my profit is going to be on those items. Of course, not taking into account sending out offers and shipping and all of those things, really just like straight up sourcing time versus money and how much I'm making. Okay. He may just be hanging out right here. The next item I found was just a pair of men's Lululemon shorts. These are a size large. They are linerless. No liner on these. Regular logo down here on the leg. This is a Lululemon Swiftly Tech tank top. I will always kind of go over some basics when I'm talking Lululemon for people, and that is that a lot of the Swiftly tanks, not all of them, they will have the size built in to the hemline down at the bottom when you flip it, and it'll also have some kind of inspirational sayings or words. You know, it's funny, years ago Lululemon used to put into their items like "will run for chocolate," and they're not really doing that anymore. These are a pair of, I loved the color of these, Girlfriend Collective leggings. There's the Girlfriend Collective. They have a really cute little detail to the side of them. They appear to be about 25 inches in length. These were priced at $7.99. I expect them to be about a $40, $36 sale. I also joked in my last haul video how I was hoping to have found a pair of mother jeans. I sold a pair of Looker ankle crops maybe, and of course here's a pair of high-waisted mother Looker. These are just a pair of Lululemon. They're not hottie hats because they look like they have like a little athletic short underneath them, but there's the logo in the back. I have to determine what that style is. And of course, when you look in the pocket, if the hang tag isn't there, you can find the size dot. Size dot is going to give you the details of what the item is. I'll tell you exactly when, what numbers or what letters to put in when you're searching. I found these Pam and Gila? I don't know. Pam and Gela? I really don't know. I found these Pam and blank pants. Super fun and cool looking. They are like a polyester blend jogger. They kind of feel like a jogger, like an Adidas from the 90s. They do have some pilling to them, so I will have to take a little bit of time and de-pill those. They have a great comp. I found another pair of Frank and Eileen. These are a jogger style pants. These are called the Jameson. These are Frank and Eileen. See that label, just buy it. Just buy it. You're not gonna regret picking up Frank and Eileen. These are called the Jameson. They're like a khaki, but they have a jogger sort of elastic bottom. This is just a Patagonia Capeline piece. Patagonia is marked up at this Goodwill, but hey, I'm buying it. Here's a pair of Lululemon Aligns. Now the irony about finding these pants is that they're a 28 length, they're navy blue, and I just bought my daughter a pair of these for Christmas. Eep. Yeah. So an Align, it's very subtle, but where this seam meets right here, there's a little tiny dip down. That little dip down to the seam and not directly straight across means that it's an Align. Aligns are also made with a fabric they call Nulu. Nulu is soft and buttery, and a Wonder Under feels totally different. I love picking up CP shades. I love wearing CP shades. This is totally my vibe. There's this CP shades tag on all of their newer items. Their older items do not have that monochromatic tag. And then if you go down on the inside side seam, you're gonna find more details about this item. For example, this is a size small, and it is cotton and silk. Cotton and silk. I have worn CP shades since the 90s. I love finding CP shades, especially a cotton and silk tunic style piece, this natural color. I'm probably gonna post this for around $88. I found two pairs of A Goldie jeans, one a size 26, the Rileys. I find that the Rileys tend to have a pretty good following. And I just recently saw a video where someone says they're not picking up A Goldie, but guess what? Denise is picking up A Goldie. In a sea of American Eagle, Abercrombie, you know, Target brand jeans, in a sea of jeans, I'm still picking up premium denim. Yes, I'm still picking up premium denim. Maybe it doesn't sell as fast or for as much, but I know for a fact that people are still gonna be buying A Goldie jeans. A little bit more of a long tail item. Am I okay with that? Yes, I am. I also found these Lululemon leggings. These are from 2019. They have some really cool lines. Because they're black, it's hard to show, but they have some really cool seams like around the cuffs, and at the back of the leg line, it goes to the side, and then in the back. Item that I picked up in my haul was a basic North Face puffer long coat. There is the label. To me, it's funny. It feels like it's a charcoal gray. It doesn't feel like it's totally black. So there you have it. And that is my retail thrift haul, which I am very proud of. Just like a short 20-minute haul. I'll figure out how many pieces I got. I'm gonna crunch a few numbers, and then I will be back with sort of my cost of goods and how much time I invested and my forecast on profit. What better way to wrap up a video than with a little fun math? I just kind of did a really quick run on calculations. I bought 19 items, including one pair of shoes, for $155.91, which makes my cost of goods for my retail thrift trip $8.20. Pretty high for cost of goods. I try to keep it at 5. You know, 5 to 10 feels realistic, but I did get things like a $29 North Face jacket. I approximated that I will make $30 when everything is said and done on all of these items. Now, for example, I'm not gonna make $30 on the Lululemon tank top, but I know I'm going to at least make $75 on the North Face coat. So I do think that that's a good kind of range. Okay, so I came up with the $700 number. Now I forgot to back out Posh fees. So after Posh fees, that's $560. And then if I take out my cost of goods, that leaves me with $400 in profit on those 19 items. Let's divide that by 19. That's still making $21 per item, which I'm really trying to make $20 per item after cost of goods and Posh fees. So I am kind of right there in the ballpark, just instinctively I am hitting my numbers. Okay, here we go. Now on my bins run, I approximate that I picked up 28 items. I probably got a few more, but I was just sort of eyeballing it, just trying to get a sense. I will put all of these things in a spreadsheet and account for them. Also, like the bag of Playmobil items, I just counted as one. So approximately 28 items for $40 leaves me with $1.42 per item, approximating that I will actually make closer to or sell at like $20 per item. So if we take 28 times $20 an item, that's $560. Minus Posh fees. This is so interesting, you guys. It's $448 minus my cost of goods is $408. So approximately $400 for both of these runs. I do think the retail Goodwill trip will end up with higher profits, but really so actually neat to see how those numbers come out. Clearly the winner in this is my retail thrift run. I did have to invest a little bit more money initially. I think I will recoup that just by selling the North Face coat and one other item. These will turn out to be interesting. I have a feeling I'm gonna be making a little bit more than I anticipated. I kind of underestimated my numbers just so I could have a quick and fast way to approximate. Let's see, everyone. That's pretty much all I have. You know, I do find it interesting and encourage you to think out of the box. Maybe you only sell women's shoes. I'm just gonna pick an item. Maybe you only sell women's shoes. This is what I recommend and what I think we should do, because we all kind of wanna lessen the load around us. Poshmark at PoshFest talked about sellers who just are starting out find more success when they post shoes, dresses, men's sweaters, kids' pants, you know, when they post from a variety of categories, not just, okay, I'm gonna post all shoes, right? So this is what I would like our challenge to be. Find 5 things around your house that'll help you tap into new categories. We all have women's clothing, right? But maybe you don't have women's swimwear posted and you found a swimsuit new with tags in your closet that you never ever wear. Maybe you can actually find some household items that you would like to sell. I've recently sold a few household items and I'm really happy with it. You know, maybe it's a plant holder or it's a candle holder that's just collecting dust and you're sick of looking at it and you redecorated your room and this no longer goes with the design. Post it. So figure out what categories you haven't posted from. Maybe it's kitchen, maybe it's housewares, maybe it's decorative items, maybe it's seasonal holiday items, maybe it's men's items, maybe it's kids items. Branch out from your wheelhouse and try to post in 5 new categories. Both of us, we're gonna do it. And then I'm gonna touch base with my next video and I'm gonna share with you what I'm posting in a category I've never posted in. This also means that I actually have to go into my Posh closet and I have to sort by housewares and then click on a category and see if I've ever found anything or sold anything in that category. I'm gonna do a little bit of legwork because these challenges aren't just coming out of thin air, and I think everyone should try them. I want to try to diversify my business and create consistent and robust sales. And I think one way to do that is to have diverse offerings in many, many, many categories. Maybe you're not using some bedding. For example, my daughters moved out of twin beds into full-size beds. I currently have all of their twin bedding in one lot for sale on Poshmark. I don't normally sell sheets. Other thing to talk about, and it's kind of funny, but it's like the bins, because the cost of goods are so low, $1.42. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on buying an American Girl poodle and see how it sells. I'm gonna sell some Lego. I'm gonna try to sell Playmobil. I don't feel like it's a big risk for me, so I like the idea of the bins forcing me to kind of branch out, and it's also good for my Poshmark closet and potentially the algorithm. So that's all I have, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this haul. If there's anything that looks exciting to you, please leave a comment. If there's anything you would have left behind, including stained sweatshirts, be honest. Tell me if you think it's worth my time. I'm gonna throw these items in the wash right now and work on getting them posted by Monday morning. It's Friday right now. I love a challenge. Let's get this done, everyone. Take care.